So welcome back, YouTube viewers, from about 5 seconds ago to the last VOD. For real this time, you piece of junk. God damn it. I'm actually angry about that. That's such a pointless irritation right at the last second. What was I doing? Interface itemization. I think that's actually it. I should show this off too, because my sister was right. I actually had a whole speech planned for that. So, if you want to do Mythic Pluses, there's this thing. This should look familiar. This is how you get to the current Mythic seasons, whatever's up at the moment. We actually showed this off briefly earlier, but it's a good way to highlight, you know, okay, so like, here's, I'm guessing that's, whatchafig, the Motherlode. That's, the Maldraxxi dungeon I can't remember the name of. Mechagon, maybe? And that's it? That's strange.
Found any good treasure lately? Hope you find lots of treasure.
But it's a nice shortcutty thing to just get immediately to where the mythics are, which is great. Oh, the other one's Floodgate, okay. It's little quality of life stuff if you want to get into endgame stuff. I don't know why you'd want to do that. It's crazy talk. Anyways, endgame stuff is actually in a pretty good place right now as well, if you feel like getting into it. If you have the time for it. Yeah, I'm just gonna give up. I give up. Oh, okay. Leaving group. Thanks, Brigman. Bye. Okay, so, moving on. We've wasted enough time. I'm irritated because I had to restart, and we're on the last, no really this time, VOD. So let's do the Dawnbreaker. All the way back in the Hallowfall, they were working on this brand new ship. You remember that? The new airship? It was this behemoth of an airship. Big old boy.
Plenty of treasure around here. And I'm betting we can use it to take the fight to Xalatath.
This is the other best dungeon in the game, alongside Darkflame. Oh, thanks for the matrix.
Since the decimation of our armada, we have suffered many losses against the Nerubians. With its complement of cannons, it can... Wait, who are those intruders?
So, nice little tidbit. Some of these intruders are actually up there with the people, with the woman who's doing her christening ceremony for the Dawnbreaker, which is the name of the ship. It's because this is pretty much the last of the Night Flame. Nightfall, Flame of Night, I don't know, the evil, stupid cultists. Start being redundant. So let's kill these evil, stupid cultists, shall we?
The Order of Night is trying to steal the flagship! Outsiders, get to the Dawnbreaker!
Yeah, this is their last hurrah.
Secure the deck! We need to gain control of the ship!
And how many of you didn't even notice the ship started taking off as soon as we got on board? I'll admit the first time I did this, I didn't notice it.
Be careful, outsider. Those aren't ours.
See, my camera was like this, so I didn't really notice
They
much.
empowered Beladar's shadow. The
Yeah, there it is.
Lamplighter's blessing will keep you safe.
So Beladar shifts in the distance there. Cool. Oh no, this is definitely an experimental dungeon. In fact, this is almost assuredly a follow-through of the Onaran Plains dungeon, which I don't know the name of and don't care.
Nerubians! They've webbed the Dawnbreaker.
Twitch has a regular bug where occasionally it'll just throw the stream key inaccurately,
They've got us surrounded.
and I have to restart
You need to
OBS.
use those
That's all
maps
it
of
is.
yours to fly to them.
So yeah, let's fly to the other airship. Yep. Peekaboo. Yeah, I can see that. Loot ship is kind of a very, very, very early precursor to this. And probably the kind of thing they wanted to do all the way back in Wrath, and it was just not feasible in 2008 or whatever. Let's just leave a giant
One
bomb
more
here.
ship and the Dawnbreaker is ours again.
Let's see. Notice the webbing between the ships. Yeah, ditto. This mirror style. Maybe with multiple objectives. I mean, you can split up during this section I'm doing right now. I can't because I'm only one person. How to split one person? Let's go with that really sharp knife.
We have learned to embrace the dark. Be not afraid. Let it embrace you.
Fun fact, the very first time I ever did this dungeon was on Mythic Plus with my sister. So, first boss.
The night guides me, empowers me.
Oh yeah, sorry. This is Speaker Shadowcrown. The new leader of the Order of the Night, because we killed the last one. Shadowcrown forged an alliance with
Shadows bless you.
Ajkahet and masterminded
Shadow.
an audacious plan to steal the flagship Dawnbreaker. A former Argent from the Priory, she has become consumed by the darkness of Meledar's shadow. I still don't know what getting these lights does, by the way. To this very day. I've done this dungeon like 8 times, and Mythic Plus. I still don't know what getting lights does. Oh, what's it?
Feel night's embrace. An eternal night!
Yeah, but I just got back. She has 1 health. Come on.
She's lost control of her magic! Get out of there!
Oh, yeah. I see it. Yeah, it's restoring my vigor instantly.
I feel the dark's embrace. While you valiantly fought to retake our flagship, the Order of Night has ravaged Mereldar. 3 Nerubian lieutenants are empowering the commander who leads them. We must liberate the city. We need your help, outsider. No, champion.
We need to fly to the lit area. Our next boss, I'll just read it right now, is Anubikaj, one of Queen Ansarek's most brilliant tacticians. A meticulous planner known for his creative and ingenious resources. His soldiers are fanatically loyal. So.
The Arathi will fall to ruin.
Down here, champion! The cultists have overrun the city. Find and defeat them, or we will have to face that commander at full strength.
Yep, I was gonna say, we can just skip all the rares, but there's rare fights. Each of the rare fights here, and each one of them weakens the boss. Let's try the boss without any of those.
So you dare to face me? Very
Increases his damage, his health, and that's it.
take you.
Oh, we'll beat him. I'm decently geared, I know what I'm doing, and this is a follower dungeon. We had the weirdest route in Mythic Plus. It was like we got the one up there, and then we got the one over to, like, in that direction. Then we got the one under the bridge, and then we went straight to the boss.
Lost in shade.
you stop pulling ads, please? Apparently not. Okay.
The shadows consume! Shade, take you! Lost in shade! Shadows gather to me! Shade, take you! They all failed me.
You've saved Mereldar, champion. We'll drive the remainder of this shadowy lot from the city. Wait. No! They've sent a force backup and retaken the Dawnbreaker!
Yeah, dang it.
If the Order of Night steals the Dawnbreaker, Mereldar will be defenseless!
It's a delicious food, Czar. It's Greek. Gyros. I love good gyros.
Get these shadow cultists off my ship!
You got it. So I'm one of those weirdos who really likes this upcoming fight. I know several people don't. But I love this fight.
By the light of the flame! What is that fresh horror?
To my knowledge, that's a raid boss, too.
Perfection!
A winged horror from the depths of Aj-Kahet. Rashanan is Queen Ansarek's secret weapon to destroy the Arathi should her armies fail to conquer Mereldar.
For Queen!
I've never seen this thing in raid because LFR. And we've given up on that, so we never will.
Taste venom!
I love that mechanic right there. Look at that. It's like a push wave thing. Hurts like hell if you get caught by it. So you're supposed to take the bombs. Those things.
Acid sting!
Yeah. And are you gonna... Okay, they're not using the bombs. Yeah, they're not using the bombs. That's weird.
Taste venom!
So you notice you can kind of determine where the acid hits, like that. And you pick up the bomb, and then you frickin' throw it at her.
Oh, you're nothing! Acid sting! Cannot stop me!
Oh!
I'll feast! I'll feast!
Stun got me. Oh. Alright, DPS, do your job this time, please. Or at least don't do your job so I can do it for you. Oh yeah, Mr. Red.
For Queen! Taste venom!
They're not DPSing at all, do you see that? They're literally not DPSing. Guys, I'm just gonna try and do this mechanic. No, don't! You just steal the frickin' bomb from me?
Acid sting!
What the hell are they doing? I have never actually seen followers bug out this hard.
Oh, you're nothing.
Yeah,
Taste venom.
Well, here we are. Followers who do nothing. That's exactly what I wanted, right?
Cannot stop me. Must continue.
Okay, so intermission.
This darkness is deadly. The Lamplighter's blessing will keep you safe.
I've actually never had people this bad. So you can follow the skiff down, or you can actually just go straight to where the boss is going to be. That's pretty good. I think we could swing a bug negative. That means I've given 2 negatives to War Within that are not abandonment. Whoop, 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 whoop. Alright, time to solo the boss. Hello?
Acid sting.
I think they were going with the whole choice thing like they do with a lot of her other features. And they just went too hard on the choice thing, for lack of a better way to put it. There needs to be some benefit or detriment to following her or not, I think. That's the problem. Because there isn't. It's just follow her or not. That's the difference, really. Yeah, like I said, first time I ever did this was Mythic Plus, and so it was like a 3. It wasn't so fancy. And my sister was like, "All right, just fly to here," and I'm like, "Why?" And she's like, "Just fly to here." And I'm like, "Okay, whatever." That's actually funny. No offense, but like people get lost. The boss is going, and there's a giant freaking airship, which is literally showing you the way to go, and people still get lost. Sure. They've played with this mechanic several times, I've noticed. Like, we either don't fully kill a boss, like with Odin, or the boss already starts partially damaged. Like that one Watcher over Dragonflight.
Stop! Stop! Taste venom.
You know, I'd like to take credit for the fact that I'm soloing the boss, but A, I'm a Protestant, and B, this is easy mode. I apologize for how long this is taking. That I could agree with. Like I said, this is a fairly experimental dungeon, for good and for bad. I still like the result, but it could use some more polish. Or a new version of it. There we go.
Must recover strength.
Ta-da!
You've done it, champion. You've broken the unholy alliance between the Order of Night and Aj-Kahet.
Uh-oh. Camera's broken.
That creature of theirs has fled back to their queen. No doubt with tales of your fearsome heroism. I'm
nothing
sure
worth it
your
in.
paths will cross again.
Oh, never
But for
mind.
now, enjoy your victory.
That's actually a new weapon. Tank weapon. I'll take that. Okay. I'll be right back.
Plenty of treasure around here. And I'm betting we can use it to take the fight to Xalatath.
So, I think Ara-Kara is the one we want to do first. Thanks. So, oh, by the way, one other side benefit of if they ever add follower heroics or follower mythics, it could become part of your vault for the week. I don't remember this dungeon. I don't know if I've done this dungeon. Engorged crawlers. Gross. Of course, Lita Fairy. Why? Oh, there. Yes, Yura. I would struggle to think of someone, any artist of any type, anywhere, that I think is worse than Amano. There are a few, but I couldn't tell you their names, because they're all modern artists. With rocks in chunks of grass and calling it art. I don't like the idea that these are engorged crawlers. That's, a little gross. Oh, this is Ara-Kara. Just beneath the City of Threads lies Ara-Kara, City of Echoes, the deserted ruins of the city's previous lair. Here, Ansorek's forces seek to harvest enough deadly materials to put the entirety of Nerubian civilization through ascension, if necessary, whether they are willing or not. Interesting. Yeah, the fact that there was a city below the City of Threads, which is connected to the Old Gods, makes a weird amount of sense. What do you want to bet this place down here was from back when they were a little bit more loyal to the Old Gods? And yeah, Old Iron Forge, exactly. Back when the dwarves were loyal to the Old Gods. Wait. Oh my god, what is going on with my ear? I'll be right back. Actually, yeah, the canonical location of the Twilight Bastion would line up with that, too. Yep, void above and void below. It's okay, the city's fine. You know how there was that implication that they never really did much with, where only certain people could ever see the shock eruption? I've wondered every now and again if everyone in the city can see all that void crap in their ceiling. Like, I'm sure they can, but it's kind of interesting to think about it if they can't. I would say my first vibe in this place would be on Kahet. Not Osh Kahet, on Kahet. The old city dungeon back in Wrath. Also, that goes down quite a ways. A lot of spiders moving around down there. Not Nerubians, spiders. A lot of trash for the initial pulls here. I was gonna say, if you think about it, this is really far down. Ashkahed itself is pretty far down. What is... Hello. So this is Avanox. Deserted when Ara-Kara fell to ruin, the creature known as Avanox started as nothing more than a humble spider. Years of isolation in an area ripe for feeding have left her free to grow, overseeing her children, her followers, and her territory with unmatched size and ferocity. Cool. Anyways, what I was trying to say there was consider how far down Ashkahed is from the surface. And then consider how far down we are below Ashkahed right now. And yeah, we're really far down. We're at the point where we should be feeling like pressure and heat changes down here. I know, Azeroth isn't exactly a normal world, and I'm fine with that. It's just, you know, at a certain point, you go so far down it starts to cause problems.
Intruders! Find them!
Even the trash down here is using the Crypt Lord moveset. Well, they've had a pretty solid pattern of adding stuff even in minor patches. I don't know if they're going to add zones, but I wouldn't be surprised if they had something in 11.1.5 and 11.1.7. Yeah, true, Maverick. It's not like going back to older stuff to progress the story is something they're immune to. If you remember, at the very beginning of this very expansion, we went right back to the heart of Azeroth. You know, the thing from Legion and BFA. Mostly BFA. No, I do not. I would be shocked if it was. If they were, excuse me. Yeah, if they pull a soft reboot, I will not be surprised. In fact, frankly, that's what I would do. I know everyone likes to talk about WoW too, but no, like, a soft reboot is probably the way to go one way or the other. Stop. Oh, the big guys are summoned, that's right. I mean, Dragonflight was already kind of a soft reboot. It was a little soft reboot, not a full one, but it was still there, so that. Could also just move the story onward substantially. You could also have things go to another planet.
Incompetent drones! I will end you myself!
You could go into the past. There's a lot of history to cover there. There's all kinds of options. And yeah, could we have a complete breather section? Anyways, this is Anoozact. While Anoozact has not yet earned his own ascension, he has been granted the honor of overseeing Ara-Kara harvesting operations. Fiercely tactical, immensely strong, he will not hesitate to step in should his forces prove insufficient for the defense of Ara-Kara. Interesting swarms around this guy.
You'll falter, my swarm!
Warcraft Legends. That's a cool attack. That's also a cool attack.
My watch ends.
A lot of black blood all over the place. That sucks.
Once, my people thrived under the guidance of the Black Empire.
No.
Queen Neferis refused to reclaim that glory, but no more. Ansurek and the Black Blood will usher in a new age for Azj-Kahet.
Screaming, Mr. Ed. Like someone just jabbed your tongue with a knife. And it's sticky, so you can't just clean it off your tongue. It just sits there, like really thick peanut butter. Yeah, like peanut butter when you have a nut allergy, and it's just stuck there. That's just your life now. Yeah, I was actually just thinking about that. Twice Neferis decided not to join another faction. And both times it was arguably the right call for Azj-Kahet, but it might have been the right call in general. So that up there is Katau the Harvester. As one of Ansurek's Ascended, Katau has been charged with overseeing the harvest of the Black Blood from the very feet of the Queen's own citadel. Harsh and unrelenting, they will stop at nothing to see the harvest continue, utilizing every enhanced ability at her disposal. So what'd she do in Mythic? Blood workers carry black blood. Any damage taken causes the drone to drop it and flee. Stepping in a spilled blood causes it to congeal and root the player in place. It can be destroyed to free the player. Black blood is absorbed after a single player steps in it. Oh, latent AoE. Oh. Pulls all players in and begins spatial dispersion. Upon finishing the cast, all players in 10 yards suffer 11 million shadow damage and are knocked away. Players struck by the singularity have their essences partially dissolved, reducing damage done by 75%, increasing damage taken by 75% for 12 seconds. And the off chance you live through that. Katau the Harvester injects a growing poison in all players, doing damage every second for 8 seconds. Upon removal, it erupts forth and inflicts 6 million nature damage to players struck. Also does several spiderweb eruptions, causing 4.8 million damage and stunning players struck. Jesus, okay. That sounds like fun.
The harvest will prevail!
Dodge that. Yep. At least do it once. Please?
Boy, take you all!
That did nothing to them. Ah! Whatever. I am disappointed.
My blood weeps.
Yeah, I did see, though. The ghouls just kind of go bloop after a bit. Unfortunately, this is one of those dungeons that feels very nerfed on easy. Some of these dungeons, I've noticed the quality varies a lot, because some dungeons still have mechanics and fun and gameplay, even on easy mode, and some don't. Also, there's a view for you. Is that the raid boss over there? Rashan or whatever? Oh, it is one of the first bosses we would have seen if anybody was queuing for it. Interesting. Yeah, the Bloodbound Horror was... hang on, I'm trying to get a vibe for it. Up there, maybe? I know we plumped down. Ah, whatever. Last dungeon. That feels weird. Last dungeon. City of Threads.
My strand carries generations of memories. Tread softly,
What I find interesting is of all these dungeons, the one that's scoring best on followers so far by quite a margin is frickin' Dark Flame Cleft. Which is weird to think about, but here we are. City of Threads, there it is. Yeah, true, was Moonstar. I think you're right, Uthor. Yep, WoW has just gone completely downhill from Wrath. Garbage game. Go play Classic. Go to real MMO. Which is actually kind of true. Okay. It's a good thing I don't have arachnophobia. City of Threads. Deep within the City of Threads lies the Transformatory, a once hallowed place of Nerubian evolution. Now this place is used to transform worthy Nerubians into the powerful Ascended. The Weaver and the Vizier will stop at nothing to see the process brought to a grinding halt. Okay.
Ah, you've arrived. Our friend awaits you in the High Hollows.
I mean, I did this dungeon last on purpose, but not because, like, it's the best or anything. Just because it's a City of Threads dungeon. Requires rogue, priest, or at least 25 skill in engineering. I love these little interactions, I really do. Yeah, Huthor mentioned Court of Stars, I believe it's called. Which is a dungeon I'm actually rather fond of. So, the Weaver is definitely... Let me think about this for a second. I would say...
Our Queen offers a most wondrous gift. We will become greater than we are.
That's great. Fine. Be a dick about it, fine. Okay, so, what do you think about this? I would say the general is lawful neutral. I would say the Vizier is lawful neutral. I would say the Weaver is neutral. Can't think about that for a sec. Where are we going? Okay. I do love me some cityscape dungeons, I've noticed this. Going as far back as Warcraft 3. Remember the Dalaran map? In both versions of Warcraft 3, that's actually a pretty solid map. One thing I do find funny, and I'll think of this going forwards.
Invaders, fear not, citizens. We will show them on Suret's farm.
I've noticed, I was worried that the dungeons would get too easy if I didn't do them until 80. But actually, near as I can tell, they seem to be best tuned at 80. So no need to, like, prioritize dragging, like, a level 70, for example, around in these dungeons.
Do you not know who I am? Whose voice you challenge?
What's funny is they can also design them side by side with the dungeon team. Literally have the dungeon team and the cosmetic team working along, like, literally with each other. Like, okay, hang on. So I was working on this street, right? And I want this trash to be over here, which means I need this part open for this thing. Okay, well, what if we make this like a market stall? So I can still show off some of the stuff on the street without actually getting away the players. Good idea. You know, stuff like that. That's how I do it anyways. Orator Crixviz. The fifth strand desires nothing more than ascension and spends his days extolling the virtues of Queen Ansaric in hopes of gaining her favor. Despite his obsession, he is not without his defenses. Should any cross the Orator, they will find the sound of his bark is far, far worse than his bite.
Come, let us speak.
Yeah, I know, Hathor. It's whatever.
Bend that knee. Your terror is our victory.
buffoon. Not even worthy of the fifth strand. Ansurek has eyes everywhere. You'll need to blind them to meet the Vizier.
Get bright up, ants and aphids. Don't miss out on the chance to be irresistible. Zeftetek's secret formula. Primitives have a funny scent, but you sure can fight. Right. Wait, what? Maybe we can make you a deal, huh? I'll pass you these perfumes I can't sell, and I get to keep my head. Okay. The scent masks your presence, and you pick up on a scent trail. Does not affect guards. I'm always in favor of a story mode / easy mode, especially a good one. Hello? I accuse you of being a demon? Hey! Hey! Okay. Okay.
By the weave, one of Ansurek's spies has fallen.
Oh no. I'll look in a second. I'm watching people. Now, ironically, yeah, they're literally showing us the trails. That's actually kind of cool. I accuse you of being a demon. Yeah, no, you're right, Uthor. That's pretty cool.
Another spy has fallen. This cannot be.
I love this record. The words. I'm in favor of a proper easy mode. I really am. I am also in favor of a proper hard mode. Yet another spy has fallen. This is so strange. Oh no, spies. Anyway. I just roam. Look at this. I just roam the city. Oh my god, there's retired new... Oh my god, he's walking the dogs! He's walking the dogs! Do you see? I'm not gonna kill you, sir. You deserve better than to be killed by me. He's walking his beetles. Oh my god, that's great. That poor Ulthik brood. None of their hatchlings were chosen for ascension. Oh well, I guess someone has to dig our ditches. Jesus. J'accuse, demon!
If this distressing trend continues, we will run out of spies.
Oh no! I'm sorry. It's just, he's doing such a great job. The actor is doing such a great job of it. Like, you can hear how sincere he sounds, but there's just enough of a twist on it that you can get his own humor at the situation. This is so distressing. I'm doing it way too obviously. He's doing a much better job. Okay. I am such a loyal vizier of the court. Can't you tell by the sincerity in my great distress of the loss of the Queen's spies? I mean, my spies. I'm a very good tailor. Jacques Hughes! Jacques Hughes! I am legitimately curious.
Come to me and I will help you as agreed.
I am legitimately curious how this copper score is going to score against Dragonflight's copper score. Because, yeah, this is just launch.
Your target is the Grand Splicer Izo. Her drive for innovation meshed well with Ansurek's thirst for ascension. Stay close and be quiet.
I'm really looking forward to Patch Within. And Patch Trail, while we're on the subject. Like, what are the questions? I was just thinking about this last night. Where the hell's Patch Trail going to go, plot-wise? Don't answer. I don't want to hear it. Like, I legitimately have no idea where they're going to take Patch Trail.
The Transformatory was once the home of our sacred evolution. Izo has made a mockery of our traditions. At the Queen's tisk, tisk, tisk. Dear Nizrek, a traitor. Our Queen will be so disappointed.
First, your little pets will die. Then we'll make you speak.
Are you finished?
Wait, I was taking notes! So this is only the second boss. Twins Nyx and Vix were both born together, raised together and trained to the ways of subterfuge and assassination together. A deadly pair, they earned their ascension together as well. Together, they now serve as Fangs of the Queen, taking out any would-be threats to Ansurek's reign. Okay.
So cold.
Doing okay there, Nizrek? FF14. Cletus Trail. Alright, let me jot down some notes really quick. Oh god, it's Mirstar, yeah.
Our strands are strong. None will pass.
Hey, Ciela, 1 second. Oh god, no! Ah, I wasn't looking! Ah! 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 Ahem. Thank you, Ciela. Always appreciate you. And that's going towards Alundra, Kill Zone, and Dead Space 1R. You got it. Okay. The next boss is called the Coaglamation. Blech. Where I'm going. Well, let's just kill everything. See what happens. Where? Yeah, hi, I'm a paladin. But there's like 30 of us! Yeah, I've also got a healer at my back. Oh my god! How are you still alive? Did you not hear about the healer? But it's a freaking druid! Uh-huh. And I'm a paladin. Pay attention! Hello! Keep up, God. You didn't even hit any major cooldowns. Yeah, that's because this is easy mode. Oh, right. Wait, what? In the distance, Swift Shot just nods, approving. No, Yura. You can tell them what class, well, what specs to be, and that's about as far as that goes. You can only do that by being a spec yourself. Stop running from your tank. Are you a pug? Yeah, follower dungeons... I actually had a feeling recently that follower dungeons might not get any further development. For pretty much the exact same reason Huthor just mentioned. They do what they're supposed to do. And that's it. There's a lot of ways they could take follower dungeons. They could develop follower dungeons a lot. But they might not bother because they don't want to, you know? Delves are already kind of a further development of the concept. With the, with Braun right now.
Overcrawlers. I've enough of you in my collection. Be gone.
Yeah. And that, and I'm going to be really honest about this, Uthor, that is a shame. But it's their choice. Their game. I could see that, Xavier. I will also admit I have no idea how large the market is for people like me who want to be able to 2 or 3 man, you know, actually hard stuff that aren't delves.
You're interesting.
Thanks? It doesn't feel like a good thing. Delves, you get 1 customizable follower. Who recently got a tank spec and was immediately nerfed.
Every success eventually. Wouldn't you agree? Let's see which of the 2 you are.
So, this is the coagulation. The Grand Splicer's evolutionary experiments often result in byproducts of waste and sludge. This abhorrent glop may appear useless to some, but Izo's clever ingenuity offers excellent material components for more experimentation, and a viscous monstrosity waiting to come to life. Cool. Honestly, my overall complaint with dungeons right now is kind of like the fact that we don't have a Blu-ray of Deep Space Nine. I know that sounds like a really strange direction to take that, but I actually mean that, if you think about it for a second.
The pursuit of perfection can be messy, but worthwhile in the end.
Let me explain. The fact that we don't have Blu-rays for DS9 sucks. It would be great to have Blu-rays of that amazing, amazing show, with higher visual fidelity and better audio quality. But we do still have the DVDs of Deep Space Nine, so it's not like it's the end of the world, right? And we still have the Blu-rays of TNG and TOS, so that's cool. That's kind of the mindset I'm in. I really would like for dungeons, content I traditionally enjoy, and raids, content I traditionally enjoy, to be enjoyable and playable pretty much the same way delves are. But it's not the end of the world, because we do still have delves. The gameplay score right over here somewhere says all it needs to about how much delves and follower dungeons have been boosting the score of the latest 2 expansions. Mostly this one, because this one gets pauses for delves, which didn't exist in Dragonflight.
So persistent. For you, a reward. Witness the unparalleled wonder of transformation.
Okay. So this is the Izo the Ground Splicer. Evolution has long been a central part of Nerubian life, and none possess greater passion or mastery for the process than Izo. Granted methods of ascension by Anoozact, Izo pursues this path of perfection with determination and little concern for who she serves, to what end, or at what cost.
Enough. You've earned a place in my collection. Let me usher you in. Witness the glory of our ascension. The possibilities are endless. How will you adapt? I'll break you beneath me.
Like I said, it sucks that we don't have Blu-rays of DS9, Uthor, but it's not the end of the world. And I get why they don't do them, even if I don't fully agree.
Anoozact will be absolutely furious when she learns of Izo's demise. I cannot wait to witness it.
Fun dungeon. Fun dungeons. Wish I could have enjoyed them more, but that's not actually possible. Moving on. I mean, we've talked about this several times. You want to make sure that people keep grouping for mythics? Make follower mythics just give transmogs. Or mounts, or titles, or housing items. Like, that really is something we've tossed around several times, and I do think it's probably the best compromise we could come up with there. Because then you want to progress gear, you're still going to have to actually go do, you know, the mythics and the dungeons and the delves. I have enough faith in Blizzard's dev team to know that they probably are spending a lot of time and thought on where exactly to put housing items. Because housing items, as Modern Brent just mentioned, is going to be a gargantuan aspect of game design. Where exactly they put what with regards to housing items is going to be tricky. They don't want to fall into the flaw of, say, Shadowlands, because holy crap. It is a great shot, isn't it? Look at that. Just look at that. Brilliantly framed, too. Even the shelving of the water down below, the undersea. God damn it, Lucas Slaughter. Always knew.
The Mereldar have been asking to play with you again.
Someday that you'd be back.
Our holy mission takes a toll.
Yeah, make a follower raid. It is time for Anoozact. We are inches, just inches from the end. Which is why Lucas Slaughter just ensured that this raid goes on even longer. Thank you, Lucas Slaughter, as always. Always appreciate. Much obliged, Lucas Lar. Thank you. There's a fun thought. The Trails of series will probably be an even longer block than WoW has been. All told, I mean. God, that's a horrifying thought. Yeah, no, we're almost assuredly not going to put them as one block. That would actually be insane. Like that's. Yep. Okay. This way. I mean, isn't that what I just suggested, Huthor, or am I misunderstanding your idea? I mean, actually, I guess that's not what I suggested. That's even better than what I suggested, because you can pick something and say, that's the transmog I want, and then you go run a Mythic follower dungeon. And if you succeed, you get that transmog, which is actually kind of awesome. Guaranteeing transmog that you can pick as a reward for doing something hard. That sounds awesome. Whoop.
Have you come to learn? Until we tell you.
It's about time.
Tightening her grip on the citizens is something I expected of the Queen. Forcefully ascending the boroughs is too far. Queen Anoozact has fallen far greater than I ever expected. I can't sit idly by and watch her lead her people to ruin. The time is now. We must kill Queen Anoozact and lead the people to a brighter future. Otherwise, who knows how far she will fall. Her rule is a dark stain on the history of Ashkahet. Her rule has been marked with a tightening grasp of the populace and an uneasy alliance with Xalatath. She grows increasingly paranoid and has sequestered herself in the Nerub-ar Palace.
Be wary of everything.
Hi! Oh, hello.
So, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready to have the very first plus to gameplay any raid has ever received in this game? Yeah, I believe there's a second one, because, yeah, Galluix has a story mode too, doesn't he? Don't quote me on that. Oh, he doesn't now. Interesting place for a throne. And yeah, whatever's after him.
I must thank you for exposing the rot within my court. None of them were worthy of ascension.
You okay there, Ansurek?
The Nerubians will ascend!
You do not sound like you're doing cool. Ooh, okay. Hey, Primarch.
For the Empire!
The Horde leaves no one behind.
Vile Surge!
Yeah, boss music. I even like it. Because it's based on the City of Threads song. Those Poison Novas went out really far, didn't they?
For the Empire!
We have an Evoker in the group. Sorry. We have a Drac in the group. I don't know if she's an Evoker. Pretty canon, I'm just terrible.
Is unmatched. Subjects of the Empire, prove your loyalty.
Chamber Expeller.
For the Empire!
We just need one other person, Mr. Red. Remember, there's a summoning stone in there. You got a little bit, though. I'm going to do one other thing, I think. Basically.
Lead us to ascension!
Void Speaker. Great. But yeah, I'm pretty sure we don't have anybody who is available, who has a lock, who is level, who is already there. No, Fife, I am not. Use the portal. You got it.
Have my soldiers failed? This entire generation of Nerubians is tainted, unworthy of ascension.
Listen to her voice.
A food for my transformation! Off with your head! Feed your queen! Cosmic collapse! Your essence is mine! Your corpse on a pike! Feed your queen!
Oh.
Cosmic collapse!
I guess your mother's gonna outlive you after all, isn't she? Goodbye.
Slender is the strand that guides your destiny. So easily overlooked, yet cutting deeper than the sharpest blade. Shh. It's almost over. Your ambition was rare, you know. Yet despite even betraying your own mother, here you are.
You promised.
Nothing. Yet I gave you everything. You were just not enough.
Don't you pity me?
I don't. You were a means to an end. Your survival wasn't necessary. I simply wish you had lasted a little longer. And now you learn the true lesson of the Void. Only the strongest survive.
Finally, this madness is over. You have spared our people a dark fate, Overcrawler. The truth of our alliance must remain hidden for now. But you have our gratitude.
While the Queen's plot is ended, I fear something worse looms in the shadows. Only time will reveal if we hindered this unseen force, or played into its hands.
I'm not sure. We're gonna find out in a second.
Welcome, little...
Nope, that's a leave. Still, that was awesome.
Do keep in
Even though it's easy mode, I do actually like that fight. I cannot, in good conscience, give it more than one positive. It is just too easy. But at least there is still fun to it, right? There's still mechanics, there's still gimmicks. There's gameplay, for lack of a better way to put that. For the first time in World of Warcraft history, there's gameplay to a raid. Holy crap. Yes. Yes, Uthor, that is exactly what it means.
Excellent.
Queen Ansrek is dead. With her tyranny ended, I can only hope for a better future. Who will lead us now? Is freedom worth the loss of stability? Perhaps questions suited for another day. Abandonment is dumb. I agree. I railed against the abandonment negatives when we first started giving them. Not because I disagreed with them, but because it pissed me off so much. WoW raids crush FF14 raids, if you can actually experience them. And that's the problem, isn't it? So, how long is that quest chain, Uthor? The one you've been lobbying for? Well, while he's looking that up, I'm going to beg your indulgence in giving me a moment. A few minutes. I will be back shortly. Well, since people are waiting for me right now... I don't think the Shadowlands exists anymore. Those memories are now in the archives. And yes, I did that on purpose too. Alright, so... let's do the Undermine thing first. I anticipate that'll take less time. Oh, I need to get a timer too. 127? No, that's wrong. No, Krakatson, we are not. 222 actually. Can I request? Yeah, here we go. Request. Yep, no quests, no content. But a lot of people wanted to see my first reaction to the Undermine. Because otherwise I'm going to do it off camera, and you'll never see it. Yeah, I gotta... Whoa, my God! Oh, my God! And I have to get up out of my chair, you know. The whole time I'm like, oh, my... Wait. Where's the game? Where's the game? No, game is over here. Okay. Oh, my God! Oh, my God! There you go. I've got all the way. I hate people who do that. Can I just say that? You can always tell when it's either exaggerated or fake. Anybody who knows me knows, and they make fun of me too for this too. I tend to have the lack of reaction. When something hits me, I go... And I just go blank, like, oh my God. Right? Like, there's been a few times over the years where something has just been like, whoa! And it's either really startling, or really scary, or really awesome. And my reaction has been to go silent. Remember in Subnautica, the first time I ever saw a Reaper? And it ate me in like 3 seconds. My reaction was to be like this. And yeah, the big moment at Endwalker, that just caught me. Like... oh my God, you can't summon me because you're cross-faction. Yes, I must be in touch with my emotions. I feel at one with the emotions. Yes. Bruh. Dude. Yeah, of several perks I missed from the old guild perks. One of them is guild summoning. The other is guild resurrection. You remember that one? That was really useful. That is a hell of a loading screen already. Look at that. Okay, so hang on. So, like, where's the entrance? Is it west? Is that the entrance over there? What is this music? Okay, hang on. I have a weird idea. Oh my God, I can't fly? I can't fly. Okay, you know what? Yeah. Bragwin, could you take me to the entrance, please? Oh yeah, there's some latency. Oh yeah, feel that, feel that. So here's the ground. Here's the ground. Ah, whoa. Okay. Okay, so we come in through here, right? Yeah, there's the rocket. I've actually seen that rocket, the other side of it. Jesus, even this room is crazy. Look at this. Think about how much time and effort. Oh my god, like there's just, that is such a perfect aesthetic. Look at that, like the bolted on warning painted crap. I can't remember what that's called, like the construction crap, right? But it's only that one section because that's the only part that was bolted on to the the corrugated metal underneath it. And like there's just chunks, hazard stripes, and there's this chunks of crap bolted and built. Look at the lamp. Look at the lamp. Oh my god. That's so terrible. They just took 3 chunks of tubing, hammered them roughly into shape, and shoved them together. Oh my god, that is so gobbo. Comfortable itinerant. Comfortable itinerant. VIP greeters. That's, yeah, Yeah, customs agent. What's up? Yeah. Hi. Yeah, I saw the hyenas sniffing for contraband. Right there. No, it's just so goblin. I struggle for another word to describe it. If you said goblin, this is what I'm picturing in my head. All right. Oh my god. Oh my god, that view. Look at that. I don't know where to look first. There's customs agents and impatient travelers and like, what is that mace? How do I get that mace? There's a grill master, of course.
What do you need?
Airship dog in a bun, naturally. Single-use krill. Mostly meat brought. Fried boar sausage, razor dogs, defanged razor jaw served in a fluffy roll, greasy links, foot-long sausages made from fatty offcuts and delicious herbs and spices, boiled and grilled, dripping with flavor.
Enjoy your stuff.
Yeah, look at the boiga, by the way. Look at that thing. Yeah, he just put the whole burger on the grill. You notice there's actually grill lines on the patty, or on the bun, excuse me.
What's the news? Watch your back.
Of course, there's trash everywhere. Just everywhere. Niffin, Pandaren, oh my god. Destitution, obviously. What is going on with that ceiling? Oh my god, those are clouds. Those are clouds. There's a moon! There's a moon. It's the skybox. Oh my god! Yeah, hang on. Let's get over here a little bit. Yeah, there's the sun. Way over there. Right there. Shipping and handling just started, whoever that is. I remember that because I was on the calendar. Bunch of people driving around. Nice big wide streets. Makes sense. New system. I'm with it. Oh my god, look at the architecture. Look at the rebarb that's visible in the chunks of concrete that have been slapped down on top of the first floor. Look at how much of the, I don't remember what it's called, is ripped away out of the bricks that make it up. The stuff that makes it look smooth, right? Maybe one positive for visuals. I don't know. The paint job that clearly didn't even try. Is it the plaster? Like, you put down the bricks and then you over it. And over time, that can go away. What is this? Is that just mortar? Oh my god, there's like a frickin'... Is that a highway system? No, those are just pipes. Those are just pipes. This is just Midgar at this point. And of course they've got stars up there. I'm sure you noticed that. Oh my god. What's with the slime? Why is there slime? Why is there just the center square of these residences is just a giant pile of trash? Why is some of the bricks... Oh my god, they built bricks on top of bolted together plates of metal. You're right, I don't like the music. Whoever said that. Like several people have said that. There's a sewers? There's a navigable sewers? With alchemical runoff that you can drink for some stupid reason, which turns you into a woman? Because it's gender fluid. It's gender fluid. How do I do a shipping and handling thing so I can get some credit while I'm here? Just really quick. Like, what do I do to participate? How do I participate? You need to have the card. Damn! Okay, never mind, never mind. What is this? Jeez, this is Pax's place. Look at this. Bilgewater, Bilgewater. Oh god, which one's Bilgewater? Okay, so this is us. Less trash over here, I notice immediately. Okay, never mind. There's a giant trash pile. Never mind. Never mind. The Delagio, or whatever it's actually called in the middle there, is just ridiculous. There's a golf course? Okay, hang on. Oh my god, they've got a motorcycle gang bar. Or a mechanic shop? I don't know what this is. A lot of dark fuse around. Ignore those for now. Here's our Palm Beach area. You can tell because those are definitely palms and definitely a beach. this? The Gobfather? That looks like a world boss. And that 1.42 billion health doesn't lie. Are we doing this? Looks like I don't even see it. Yeah, I don't see it. Because I don't have World Quest here unlocked. Oh my god, Mr. Red's dead. Mr. Red is about to become Mr. Dead. Alright. Placing all bets. How long is it going to take him to fall over? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's already lasted longer than I thought. 7, 8, 9. Oh my god, he's doing really well. 10, 11. He's done 1% of his health. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Mr. Ed's up there fighting that giant mech with shoulder-mounted rockets. Oh, he's dead. He's dead. Okay. He's Mr. Dead. He did it. Okay. What is family fun?
Wicked deals.
Brand new feeling, same old danger. What the hell are what's... Oh, that's PvP. Okay.
See you again.
Is this the beach? Oh, we found the beach. We found the beach. Hang on, hang on. Alright, here we go. It's the Blackwater now. Blackwater's Booty Bay, right? Oh my god, there's eels. There's eels! Why are there always eels? Why are the crabs attacking me? Yeah. A cosmos divided cannot withstand the eels that are to come. Whoa. Okay. Wait. What am I looking at? Oh my god, they're Gelvis impersonators. They're Gelvis impersonators. God, the thing looks gaudy. That thing looks so gaudy. Ugh. It really does have some Biff Tannen's Pleasure Palace vibes. For the 5 of you who've seen Back to the Future. 2. Cleaner than anywhere else. Whoa! Okay. Peek. Oh my god, there's a giant crudely painted statue of Gallywix with a golden hat. Okay. Gallywix wants you. Oh my god. Okay, hang on. Wow. Okay, I'm okay. I'm okay. Everything's okay. Everything's fine. So I guess this is the vaunted golf course. Emerald Hills. I was going to comment on the relative lack of trash, but, okay, Boomer. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, I can't tell what I like best. The fact that the ball is a bomb, which has a lit fuse, or the fact that his club also has a rocket on it, which also has a lit fuse. And yeah, boomers are playing golf! With bombs! Oh my god. Oh. What's that quote? I know writers who use subtext and they're all cowards. The can-do caddies, one of whom has a giant box, crate, one might say, filled with more of those rocket clubs. The other one has 2 pineapple drinks and a bottle of I don't even know what. I'm not sure I want to know what. Oh my god. Wait. This is the hole? This is the goal? But... So for those of you not aware, especially in professional golf, these the poles that go into the golf hole have little banners on them. It's so you can look and see what the wind is like when you're lining up your shot, right? Because wind obviously affects your trajectory, especially when you're playing golf professionally or competitively. But there's no wind down here. We're underground, so there's a fan. There's a fan attached to it, making the banner flow. Oh, okay. I do, Mereldar, I do. Yeah, it doesn't work. Of course it doesn't. That's not where the wind is blowing. There is no wind! Dim lighting and absolutely no airflow. Perfect day for a race. What? Oh my god, there's literally a trash yard called The Heaps. Oh my god! Why is Black Blood here? I'm gonna ignore that for now. We're just gonna walk past that. Oh my god, it's a pile of trash. It's a pile of trash. With burning barrels and giant plates of everything and pipes and tubing and hills and routes. Of course this is the Venture Company district. Literally a pile of trash. What else would I expect from them? Oh my god. Yeah, this is one of those places where you could take any, just randomly pick a spot, and it's just... Gunk. There's a billion details. Oh my god, look at the trash on the streets. Look at it. It's like New York City if they actually cleaned up a bit. Sorry, this is Detroit if they actually cleaned up a bit. There's a quest! How do I have a quest here? I'm gonna ignore it. I'm gonna ignore it. That's just... okay. What? Steam Weedle. Noggin Fogger. Okay, that tracks. And Steam Weedle's green, as previously indicated. I've actually never been to New York City, so I can't speak to that. As far as if it's actually an accurate rep. So hold on. So that's Steam Weedle. That's Venture Company. There's Chief Foreman Gusto. Up there's Bilgewater. Up there's Blackwater. Who am I missing? I guess I'm not missing anybody. I mean, most cities are like that. Most cities have gross parts and clean parts. And yeah, Gallywix's crew, the Dark Fuse. That's Galagio. Streets are for closers. Oh my god. Wow, random ass trash has 2 million health. That boss that I'm about to go fight has 105. I'm gonna be real with you. It's not like I thought you were exaggerating, but in no way did I expect the level of detail that we're seeing here. This is honestly crazy. The sheer level of doodad design, visual storytelling, NPCs, and brickwork here is bonkers. Because WoW. WoW's known for those things. Come on. I mean, not on this level, Euro. Jesus. And yeah, I'm kind of deliberately not going into interiors. Miscellaneous Mechana. Interesting. Yeah, no, the aesthetic is going to be hit or miss, just like the music. But, man, the execution is crazy. What is that? No, I caught that, Kraken-san. Of course there's smog. There's no airflow. Frankly, I'm astonished these people are alive. Okay, so there's one other thing that caught my attention. I gotta be real, you could probably set an entire single-player game in here. In fact, I'm pretty sure this is bigger than, I forget the name of it, in Yakuza. The Incontinental Hotel. I'm sorry. What?
Well, well, well.
You got a reservation? Don't matter, we're full. Why do you call this place the Incontinental? Yeah, duh, Incontinental, like in the continent. We're underground, get it? You mean intracontinental, right? Oh. He stares off into the distance as a realization comes across his face. We just had the sign redone.
See you around.
I mean, intercontinental and intra... Wait, what'd you just get, Mr. Red? Oh, well, grats. A lot of people actually mix up inter and intra. Myself included, I feel like adding. But, yeah. This would be intracontinental. But, I would not get on these elevators. No reason. I'm also covered in slime. It's unrelated. I just thought I'd share. What are you? I am hospitality of the Incontinental. Among other things. Concierge, honored employee, and transaction terminal. My name is Chet. Although we do provide full room service, I also provide complimentary beverages and repair services. My name is Chet. Okay. Is it a mace? No, it's a bat. Oh, it's a Chet pack. It's a Chet pack.
What's the news?
Not gonna read that yet. That feels like actual gameplay. Join the cartels, though. Is that a delve? That is a delve. Side street sluice. There's another delve. Demolition Dome. There's the raid out here. Oh yeah, Mr. Red, what'd you just get? After you became Mr. Dead. Ah, Demolition Dome is Sector 2. Got it. So Mr. Red just got this thing, apparently. Grats, by the way. That looks cool. Yeah, I wouldn't think, like, the yellow, my first thought is, nah, but actually looking at it, no, that pops. I like it. The spikes help. It looks, honestly, it looks very bulky in all the right ways. And yeah, here's the one. So, Bragwin mentioned this just last night, I believe. She just got this thing, the ASMR mount. Okay. I think I'm sufficiently boggled by the skybox. Let me get out of here. Thank you for experiencing this with me, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, we've done a soft tour. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to spend like an entire session wandering around town. You realize that, right? Like a whole session. Right down. Speaking of War Within having good story, I think I've decided not to do the dollar inquest. I get your overall intonation, but if it was like 2 hours ago, I'd be more inclined to. So thanks for that, maintenance. The good news is I've already done most of the boring stuff regarding paperwork. Yeah, I mean, it is patch content. But regardless, yeah. Nope. What over here? We should gather for a photo, but not yet. There we go. Just getting you some nice music while I do some last-minute paperwork. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... Hey, Huthor, 1 second, please. I don't want to lose my place. You know, Zeiss is like, no! You're not allowed to save your place. No place, no place. Actually, it's funny you say that. We're playing WoW tomorrow. I am going to do the photo. It's going to be in Mereldar. Anybody wants to be in the photo, I'm going to Mereldar. I'll tell you that right now. No, yeah, we beat Return to Moria last night. And tonight's a skip night for co-op night. So, tomorrow, we're playing WoW. You might think, aren't you bored of it? And if you think that, then you do not understand. And that's okay. And I'm okay with that. What are you talking about, photo? What photo am I doing tomorrow? I don't understand your question. Why do you confuse me with your insane questions, Evo? No, Return to Moria. It's a game. It's a builder game. Very buggy, very janky, but surprisingly fun for what it is. Now, you want to learn Lotro, ask Mr. Red. He's actually much more up-to-date on that than I am at this point. Although it looks like some of the basics haven't changed. Minstrel's still top, so go figure. You don't understand, Pillars of Snow. Me and my friends, as part of our co-op night, are going to be playing WoW. You know, the patch content that we haven't done yet. Tomorrow we're streaming Ace Combat. Or not Ace Combat. God damn it! AC6. No, Evo, why? Why? No! Ugh. Okay, go to the spot and get, like, go to the center square of Mereldar right now, Evo. And then just stand there and leave yourself there. I will hurry. Okay, I think I'm done with this. We'll figure out around you. Just find a good spot. Yeah, no, this is it. This is it. It is Armored Core. There we go. There's too many AC games. Armored Core. I hope a lot of you have enjoyed. I have. I have a lot. It has been a very strange experience. I've got more like wrap-up stuff to say, but it has been fascinating how much I feel simultaneously done with WoW and yet ready for more, because I've never realized just how much, yes, WoW TT, just how much of a dividing line there was in my mind between old WoW and modern WoW. I know there's actually more like 3 eras of old WoW, but you get my point. Dragonflight and Onward is just such a completely different game. Yeah, Modern WoW is this insanity. Modern WoW is spending several minutes being stuck in the transit hub of the new zone because it's that good. And yeah, Bragman put it back next. I'm satisfied, but I look forward to that next meal, and I do. I have never been as hopeful for WoW as I am right now. I've said that before, but I mean it.
The orphans of Mereldar have been asking to play with you again.
Like, I legitimately mean it. I've never been this positively inclined towards the future of WoW.
Munchies, crunchies, lucky doos and root.
Let's fix a couple of things really quick.
Beware of Yeti.
It's literally going to be fastest just to... Mr. Ed, come here real quick, please. You can't, can you? Because you're frickin' Alliance. God damn it, game! Whatever. Whatever. It should be like right here. Yep, there it is. Boop. Alright, Eva, go to the center square as soon as you get here. Go, 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 go. Thank you, Huthor, for the sub. I will drop that down for several things in a minute. This is not the center square. Evo, Evo, no! Panic! 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 Evo, panic! Panic!
New reserves are readying to enter the front line.
Find a good spot.
Sparring with you would teach
find a good spot by the fountain. Preferably facing away from Mereldar, because I want to get Mereldar on the shot, I think. I did, Zeiss. Give me 1 second. I'm a little bit of a hurry all of a sudden. Okay, so. Uthor. Putting that towards Patch Within. Yeah, no kidding, as Meristar. Jedi Fallen Order. Jedi Survivor. Zeiss. Putting that towards FF7R2, Cyberpunk, and San Francisco. Got it. I was actually going to do it tomorrow, but today might be better considering how early it is. Does anyone else want to summon? Probably because we're layered, Pillars of Snow. See you around, Devo. Take care, be well. Let me just grab you. Hi. No, but don't worry about it, Evo. Don't worry about it. Well, I have no idea, so I don't know. Okay. Everyone get in position. The idea is to have Mereldar back at our back here. I think I will kind of scooch over here. Are you here already? Yeah, you're here. You will be, as soon as it layers you, phases you. We're also missing... I'm not sure who that is. Oh, it's Spartan. Oh, Spartan's just up there. Spartan! Come here. Gotta start setting this up here. Scooch it up a little bit forwards. Come on, there we go. I need to be more centered. Here, make some room, Mr. Red. Make some room. Oh yeah, we can just swap. That works too. I just want to get everyone in shot. Whoop, whoop. I just don't want to accidentally hit the right mouse button too. That's the other thing I want to do. There we go. Where's Spartan? Spartan, come here! Oh, absolutely, Gowry. Spartan! 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 There we go. Okay, okay. No, I think having it like right there is good. Okay. We're gonna wait for the NPCs to get out of the way, because I actually recognize that NPC. Yep, yep. There's gonna be several. It's okay. We're just gonna wait. We're just gonna wait. Just gonna wait. And right there, right as the airship's going by. I was just waiting for it to shift because I hadn't looked at the clock, but it looks like we're not in danger of that happening. Okay, let's get this into the thumbnail really quick before I forget about it. That is a damn good shot. I like that shot. Switch that up a bit and to the left a little more. Okay. I am satisfied. Okay, so... so, let's actually do our math. Ugh. Let's figure out our scores, shall we? Okay. So, first and foremost, let's do the audit. I've already done the boring audit. I did it last night and this morning. Dragonflight's copper number was something... It was 803, I want to say. What do you mean, Spartan? I don't understand the question. Unless you just want a raw image. In which case, never mind. That makes perfect sense. It's okay, Loke. We're doing the wrap-up right now. We're doing the audit right now. Here, I'll dump it in current run. Give me a sec. Everyone's swimming. Everyone's swimming. As it should be. Earthen would love swimming, of course. Yep, Lore Runner hot tub stream. Oh yeah, fully armored. Okay, audit. I would, Uthor, 100%. If I could get away with it. If I had, like, screw you money, or we lived in Star Trek, I'd totally do a hot tub stream in full plate armor, just for the amusement factor. See you around, Diva. That would have been really funny, Coinus. And I'm taking the picture. Now, I'll tell you one reason I feel especially happy about this, by the way. We're caught up with the two big ones. There's a few other MMOs I'd like to be caught up with at some point in time. But FF14 and WoW were both in a caught-up state. And I know you don't care. But from my perspective, that means we can now safely stream WoW and FF14 without having to spend literal months on either. Anything from this point onwards in both games, forever, locked in, chkont, is much, much more manageable bite-sized streams. Launch streams are not super long, patch streams are not super long. And that's awesome. Yeah, even when we hit Guild Wars 2, we've kind of talked that out. We're going to rejigger how we do that a little bit, so I don't think it's going to be nearly as long to get caught up over there. That just leaves ESO, which is a big question mark at this point.
An illusion? What are you hiding?
You have found me out! For I was the one who infiltrated Mereldar from the very beginning. I'm not super worried about that, Xavion. Someone do me a favor. Look up how far along the patch within stream is right now, funding-wise, because I'm pretty sure it's pretty far in. Give me a second, Gowry, and I'll be able to tell you that. Because I track those numbers. You have found me out as Mereldar. I was always an eel. Little over halfway. Yeah? Okay. So, I want to apologize to everyone because I've been lying to you all day. Today, specifically. See, these haven't been getting updated today on purpose. This is where we're actually at. Do I recommend this game? Nah! Dragonflight and War Within are why I can recommend this game without asterisks at this point. And I mean that. Like my sister was telling, if you like endgame pushing yourself, difficulty mode, you know, different spec per boss, pushing your way through the high-end content, it's there. If you feel like progressing but not actually committing to that much time, it's there. If you feel like just enjoying the story, it's there. If you feel like challenging yourself but at your own pace, that's what delves are for, right? Like, modern WoW. WoW right now is in an extremely good place for a lot of different players and a lot of different play styles. Wait, are you really? Where's oh my god, Braven. Braven, what are you doing? Braven! Okay, never mind. Just gonna let that... I don't know about PvP, to be honest. Meet ambush. Devour me. Okay. So let's do the what is effectively the copper number first. Shall we? Need a calculator for this. So for a bit of perspective, War Within's launch content was 52 hours. That's actually pretty meaty. That puts it about on line with all of Pandaria. I wouldn't even know how to begin doing that, Spartan. I'm sorry. The only reason we can do Dragonflights is because I specifically did it while we were doing it. Okay, so... Hey Ross, welcome to us figuring out our copper number here. Jesus. Oh, okay. Crats, Giga. I mean, I will murder you if you do, so that's your choice. Jesus Christ! Sorry. I'm giving away too much. I'm giving away too much. Okay. .12 hours. Here, let me pull up the genre page. Let's type these numbers in here. So that's 408 net pluses to story. That is a story... Hang on one second, Lord Haramon. That is a story... Yes, Ross. That is a density... Yes, that is a density of... 7.83 positives per hour. Now, if that sounds crazy, let me give you a little bit of perspective. On average, across like all of gaming, every game we've ever covered, if you're managing about 1 positive per hour, you're doing pretty good. And then 1 to like 4 is really good. Anything above that is usually something that's a short game, right? 7.83 pluses per hour for a 52-hour game is crazy. But hang on, I got another figure to throw at you. So about average for ratio is about, like averagely good, it's about 75 to 80%. That's pretty normal. Most good games have about 75 to 80% ratio of positives. Below that gets to be worse, and above that is crazy. So this one's ratio is 99.04% ratio on story. Hang on, I'm not done yet. So, net 153 to gameplay. That finally beats Endwalker. It's the only thing that's finally pushed ahead of FF14 at all there. That is 2.94 positives per hour, and a ratio of, and I cannot believe this, 94.22%. Giving us a copper number of 1,610.81. That is about double Dragonflight's launch copper number. That's actually close enough. I gotta do some math to see who won that. Oh, no, never mind. Well, no, hang on. So that's 160... No, it didn't beat all of Dragonflight. All of Dragonflight was 1,771. It is weirdly close. Yeah, no, exactly off the beat. WoW has never been in a better space than it is right now. And yeah, we don't have patch stuff yet. So hang on. 177. 67. I'm just going to give it to both of them. Screw it. So I'm going to give that to Blade Taval and Trihex. That's close enough that I don't care about the distinction. No way, Huthor. No way. I'm sorry, but no. Okay, so Trihexia is putting that towards Alundra. Guild War... Ah! Guild Wars 1. Hill Zone. And then Blade Tabal is putting it towards Star Ocean 2R. Dragon Age 4. Pokemon Violet. By the way, yeah, that's the weirdest thing about all of this is they went straight from Shadowlands to this. Really think about that for a second. Armored Core 6. Get that lined up later. So now we have to come up with the platinum number. Now, please give me a moment. This actually is going to take me a second. I'm going to do a double check on this. And I have to also... I might do that other part later, but like there's... no, I should do it now. I should be thorough. Okay. Okay. No, we're not there, Spartan. This is going to take me a minute. This is going to take me a minute. That's why I popped here, so you could have something nice to listen to while I'm doing it. FF14's current platinum is... I'm second. It's pretty high. 1,521.56. It is way up there. Okay. Let's talk about politics. Vote for me. I'm not going to give you a reason to. I'm just going to say it. Vote for me. See you around, Uthor. I look forward to seeing you on the VOD when you can yell at me for the platinum number. Okay. How do you think I'm going to take over the world, Savika? Y'all are going to want me to take over. That's how that's going to work. Okay, so. And then we've got... Please be patient with me. This is going to be... Does anyone have any music requests? I can move to a new spot. If anybody wants to hear something else. I just figured this would be a good wrap-up spot. But this is going to take me a few minutes, and I do not want to rush myself. Which tavern, Gaga? I meant in WoW. I mean, I can play whatever. Oh, hang on. Dwarven Tavern. Alright, you got it. Alright, I'm going to pause now that I've got these raw numbers plugged in. Thank you, Lord Harriman. I have to go pull up what you put it towards, but give me a second. That shall be done. As a fellow lord. Except in my case, I'm Lord of Moria. Towards RNC3, up your arsenal. Disgaea 1 and Suikoden Tactics. You got it. Thank you again. Okay. The whole run, by the way, was 770 hours. For a bit of comparison, the whole run of FF14 was 601. Now, here's the funny thing. The whole run of Tor was 737 hours. So that means the entire run of Tor was only 40 hours shorter than this. I know, Ross. It's been a minute. Okay. I'll take that as Mereldar. I'll take that. Yeah, Tor was a huge, chunky game. Remember that? A lot of people forget just how many months we spent on Tor. Me too. It was just no. That's true. Then when how long was STO? I actually don't have that number off the top of my head because I have the wrong number listed here. So I don't know is the short answer. I'm pretty sure STO was like 80 something, I want to say. It was pretty short. Yeah, we're going to do our very last stream of STO pretty soon. Just a few weeks from now. No, don't exaggerate, Lord Haramont. It's been a third of a year. Yeah, there's actually a pretty decent chance we'll do patch within this year, from what I understand. If Midnight comes out, like, in November, that means the last patch will probably be, like, September or so. September, October, November, somewhere around that range. If Midnight comes out spring of next year, same general thing. So, yeah, there's actually a pretty decent chance we'll do our, you know, our next WoW stream this year. I have no idea, Mr. Red. Although, in answer to your question, I hope it's the fact that they're better managed and not that they're being overwhelmed. I don't know, because, like, Undermine, Jesus. Good management can really streamline a pipeline, and they've said they hired more people, too. So... Yeah, 11.2.7 is almost assuredly we're not going to do patch within, assuming it's funded by then. And if it's not, well, that's what Dealer's Choice is for, isn't it? I'm not super worried, though. As I've pointed out a few times, I didn't put any Dealer's Choice towards the WoW review. You guys made this happen by yourselves. Okay. That should be everything. Next step. I'm finishing it right now, Gary. There's so much to cover, and I don't want to miss anything. I don't want to rush it. So I do apologize, but I'm not gonna rush it, you know? Here, I'll give you... oh my god, everyone else disappeared. Where'd everyone go? Oh god! Let's see. Someone suggested a dwarven tavern. I heard that. Dwarven. I probably shouldn't, Ross. Admittedly, I want to, I'm not gonna lie, but I probably shouldn't. Right. I can't go to a dwarf place with this character. It just occurred to me. You can go to a dwarf place. I actually could give you that number, Mr. Ed, but I actually can't give you it right now. No. Oh, yeah, it is. Never mind. It is, Yura. You're right. I should be able to just go into the Dwarven district. Too far, too far. You didn't miss the platinum number, no. You know what? Flying takes effort. I'm gonna flight path this.
Greetings. Be careful.
Okay. Actually, I have, Yura. I don't even remember why. I think I was just curious. I don't believe Dorn does anything for a while. I could be wrong, though. So, I know you asked for raw gameplay, but what you're going to get first is raw story. Because that's the one I'm doing right now. I'm going down the list. Story positive, story negatives, gameplay positive, gameplay negatives. I'm down to Katau right now. God, Katau was so chonky. This run would literally be shorter than FF14 was without Cataclysm, by the way. Just think about that for a second. Just the removal of Cataclysm, nothing else. Yeah, Cataclysm was a soft reboot for a reason. Okay, what are we up to? Looks like we are up to Legion. Yeah, Cata and Legion were huge. Modern WoW's a lot denser, so... Good luck on the rolls, Puppineeks. Down to Shadowlands. Oh, God. Wow, that's extremely unhelpful. Wonder what he voiced, Savion. And now we're down to Dragonflight, almost immediately. I'm gonna have to keep a separate document just for a while. This is huge. Ladies and gentlemen, WoW has 3,049 raw story positives. It could be Xavier. Mr. Red asked an interesting question. If a player wants to experience other parts of WoW other than Dragonflight and War Within, where would I recommend they start? Honestly, the answer depends on how invested you are. I can easily recommend several individual expansions, and since most expansions kind of exist in a bubble, you know, there you go. If you're rather invested, I would do Cataclysm, Pandaria. Basically, Cataclysm and onwards, skip Shadowlands. If you're only a little bit invested, I could easily recommend Pandaria and Legion, despite its issues. And probably BFA. I hate to admit it, but it's true. If you're super invested, just do everything. At that point, you're super invested, right? How invested would you have to be to all of them? Is this... Okay, I guess this is Dwarven Tavern. Okay. I mean, as I've said a few times, it makes sense when you really sit back and think about it, Mr. Red. Yeah, pretty much. And I'm never going to do the old stuff ever again. Any of it. Yeah, don't do what Lord Haramont does. Good advice. Yeah, BFA has trouble. It's very rushed. It's very crude. Like it definitely has some polish and presentation issues. Its zones are honestly really good. Nazmir is still one of the best zones in the game. And Drustvar. All of WoW, but well, that's why I'm taking my time. I don't want to make any mistakes. I'm also, I know you don't care, but I'm doing a little bit of organization in how I do this. Because I'm trying to make sure that all of this stuff is malleable in case there's any need to change anything in the future. Here. I mean, there's also nothing wrong with doing your racial starter zone, which is going to be a Kata thing, and then go into Dragonflight. I've recommended that before, too. Okay. War Within's copper number was 1,600 something. You won, by the way. Unless you're Draenei or Blood Elf. Don't do those. And honestly, most of the New World zones in Kata are, at the very least, fine. Like, I think Dustwallow Marsh is one of the only ones that was just universally bleh. And a couple are skippable, like Hinterlands, for example. But otherwise, yeah, it's the New World stuff. 1,600 villages now. If you give me a minute, I can give you an actual numerical answer to that question here. Right now I'm figuring out our gross story negatives. Oh, we're not going to break 1,000 story negatives. 710 gross story negatives. If you want to guess right now for all of WoW, this is a good time to do it. Like, I know I have Armored Core written down, but you can just jot down your guess. Most of the story negatives are not abandonment. Most of the story negatives are bad story. Like, there's 92 negatives to writing, 19 negatives to story sequencing, 14 negatives to secondary quests, 30 negatives to primary quests, 46 negatives to plot, 25 negatives to pacing, 69 negatives to MSQ, 64 negatives to internal continuity, 25 negatives to external continuity, 57 negatives to cutscenes, 53 negatives to characters. A lot of those are from Shadowlands, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, so... Ooh, okay. This is the big one. Main story quest. The simplest way to explain MSQ is it is the primary content of a game that you are intended to go through. Is this it? This is it right here. In WoW's case, MSQ is something that didn't even really kind of start to show up until, I don't know, like Pandaria maybe. But yeah. The copper number for War Within was 1,600. I think I've said that a lot recently. Okay, I don't like this music, Lord Hammond. I'm sorry. This sucks. I'm going to push most of them to 80, Mr. Red, in my spare fun time. Because I want a whole retinue of 80s. Because I'm crazy. I'm going to keep 167 on both sides. I haven't decided which one yet. Borealis? Sure. Actually, I think I can Blade 12, because the Gnome Starter Zone is right here. Exactly. Pillagers Know is correct. Remember, part of the Patch Within stream is going to be looking at the classes at 80. All the classes at 80. I really like how Gailota's final outfit looks, by the way. This just works so well for me. Okay. Gameplay. Hang on, someone asked a question I could answer. Oh, no, I can't. Yeah, where's our Paladin Gnomes? So, like, for example... So this is positives. I know you hate positives. I am sorry. WoW as a whole gets 72 build positives. Well, I did it on a per-class basis. And frankly, not every class has the same level of build potential that every other... Sorry, per spec basis, excuse me. And not every spec has the same build potential that other specs do. I'm not even getting into stuff like how, you know, certain builds... No, this doesn't include kit at all. It's just build. Certain builds and certain specs are a little bit more limited, especially if you're doing the high-end stuff. I'm not even counting that. Okay. It's a good song. Hang on, someone mentioned Grizzly Hills, someone mentioned Borealis, and someone mentioned Storm Peaks. Let's do Borealis first, that's gonna be easier. I should actually do this. Land. Oh, you know what, let's do Telagris for a second. Because we're going there anyways. Actually, yeah. I call them WoW agnostic positives. The positives that are not specific to expansion for gameplay are 502. That's what I'm going through right now. Story-wise, it was a lot less. It was like 8 or something like that. And negative, it was like 20-something, I want to say. And we'll get to negatives in a minute. I mean, again, this is all the stuff that is, like I said, it's expansion agnostic. I'm organizing this way. I'm going to do the same thing with FF14, actually, to make it a little bit easier for when they do system updates in the future, like FF14 has done recently, even. Exactly, Blade Jamal, we don't know. I'm up to Kit. Let's see. Someone said Borealis, but let's see what this thing is. Yeah, I love that oboe or whatever that is for Telagris. Alright, what'd they do, Mr. Red? Let's see, so someone asked for Storm Peaks and someone asked for Borealis. Alright, we're definitely doing the Plaguelands. Bwah. 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 Couple of kit positives. Oh yeah. Mod positives. I think we covered that like the first day. Yeah, we spent a long time talking about the UI of this game, because it does so much right. Which makes sense. We spent 20 years slowly improving everything. Oh my god. Yeah, from my perspective, it hasn't been very long since Starfield. How's that for a weird thought? Okay. What? Yep, she's still kneeling on that staircase waiting, and we're like, "Lady, you can leave." Oh my god. Lady. Yeah. If that DLC was just a little bit worse. $1,331 gross gameplay positives.
What brings you here? Be careful.
I was about to say, hang on, let's get to negatives. 23 agnostic negatives. Exactly what it sounds like. It's a negative that has nothing to do with specific expansion. It's a negative for the game as a whole, not, you know, BC or something like that. And yes, I realize the game is muting itself periodically. I apologize. Give me a second. No, I'm going to start AC6 tomorrow. I need to get on with it. I might take a dark after I finish the queue. Or maybe towards the end of the queue. But I'm not going to take one right now. I'm too far behind and I have too much stuff to do. Yeah, I was thinking about pausing right before F5. I'm not 100% sold on that idea yet, but that's kind of what I'm thinking. I mean, it might not be political, who knows? Wow, we actually managed to net positive on gameplay. Almost entirely because of Dragonflight and War Within. 853 gross negatives. A lot of negatives. Now, I know what every one of you is thinking, so give me a second, because I got to calculate this separately. No, Blade-Trafalgar. Oh my god. Well, let's see how many of those are abandonment. I'm actually curious. So is that 853? How much of these are abandonment? Alphabetize. Abandonment should be right at the top. It's taking a second because it's alphabetizing 853 entries. There we go. 345. 345 negatives to gameplay for abandonment. Hey, Blizzard, fix it! That's not quite half. That... Whoa. Wow. So hang on. I promised Grizzly Hills first. Let's do Grizzly Hills. Oh, I don't even know when luck. If every expansion was magically as good as Dragonflight, I think we'd be testing the upper limits of the system that way. Okay, I need to do one last formatting test really quick here. Because I'm going to run this through a script later, and I need to make sure none of the semicolons are in the wrong spot. Every programmer watching this right now is like, yep. Don't want to miss a semicolon in the wrong spot. It's a lot of content they abandoned, Savion. Like, a lot. I know some people were arguing for even more abandonment negatives. I'm not sure I agree with that. That's still a lot of abandonment negatives. Oh, no errors. Okay. So I was doing that manually, which is why I was paying attention. Okay, so... Good lord. Okay, so that means... That doesn't actually surprise me. So, okay. I'm just going to say this right now. WoW beat FF14. But I don't think that's going to stick. The moment we audit up FF14, I think that's actually going to swing the other way because it's pretty close. World of Warcraft as a whole. 2,339 pluses to story. Jesus Christ. That is 3.04 pluses per hour, which is actually really high. And a story ratio of 81.11%, which is actually quite good. That is averagely good story. Gameplay is 478, almost entirely because of the last two expansions. That is 0.6 pluses per hour, which, yeah, and a ratio of 60.94%, which is actually pretty bad. Giving us our final platinum number of... Can I get a drum roll, please? Oh, absolutely, why not? And for a bit of perspective, FF14 is currently sitting at 1,521. 1,521. World of Warcraft platinum number as of right now is 1,681.72. Barely better than War Within by itself, by the way. And worse than Dragonflight by itself. It was really hurt. That's those ratios not great. That gameplay density is bad, and the variance, which is something I don't talk about very often, between story and gameplay definitely hurt it. Yeah, no, the score was dragged down pretty far down by all the crap. So bronze numbers will be on the site, yes, just like is currently true with FF14. They're also on the genre sheet if you feel like looking at that. Exactly, Blade Chevelle. Now, what that means is FF14 probably technically has won as of right now. Like, obviously we haven't done the audit yet, but I'm pretty sure FF14 is going to pull ahead now, as of the current state of the things. So what that means is it's going to be a race. Because we've got Dawn Trail staring at us, right? Patch Trail, and we've got Patch Within. And we're kind of tied on both of those at the moment. Well, maybe not tied, but, you know, pretty close is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so hang on. Who guessed on the Platinum? Yeah, I think Lord Harrowmont wins by virtue of having guessed the least. Yeah, we've still got hero talents to look at, among other things. Yeah, looks like Lord Harrowmont wins. I'm just putting that towards Going Commando. Isn't that funded? Which one's Going Commando? Okay. So that's RNC2, Going Commando. More to Disgaea 1. Actually, no, it would not. Give me a second, Ball. Come on. There we go. And Pokemon Red. I think it's part of the Awful Block, I think. Could someone verify that? Could someone check what's in the Awful Block really quick, please? I feel like that's in there. Ah! Okay, so... Okay, it is. That's what I thought, so we'll put that in the Awful Block. Sweet home. Really quick. You. So, if the two modern expansions didn't exist... which would be Dragonflight and World Within. The story score drops a lot. Like, a lot. And the gameplay, ooh, okay. Is still net positive, barely. Although that's cheating, because all of those kit and build positives are from Dragonflight. So technically it would probably be net negative on gameplay. But ignoring that, yeah, in an alternate world where Shadowlands was the end of WoW. But yeah, and they somehow still gave us dragon flying. That would be so terrible off the cheaper end. So that would give us a net... Oh, geez, hang on. So the story score would be 1,400. The gameplay score would be 195. The story ratio would be 60%, which is bad. The gameplay ratio would be 52%, which is awful. Density of 1.8 positives per hour on story, which is really good, and 2 positives per hour on gameplay, which is terrible, giving us a final theoretical platinum number of 850. Yeah. The only reason that's that high, and I'll tell you, it's 3 expansions. Pandaria, Legion, and BFA. Dragging that up to that point. Yikes. Final thoughts. Oh man, Bleachfall. This, so obviously I do enjoy this run, and this was a very enjoyable run for me. I hope at least some of you enjoyed it too. I've said this before, but like I said, I like to put some of these thoughts right at the end for people who only watch the very end of the VODs. And I've never realized how much WoW has been hindered by its awkwardness and its jankiness and its having to kind of step over a few things to really process what's going on-ness in everything up to and including Shadowlands. Modern WoW is such a different beast. It's honestly crazy to perceive it. Never mind the fact that I can just point to the numbers. Actually perceiving and going through it was wild. The winners of the expansions is bizarre. BFA scoring that high was not something I expected, and ditto with Cataclysm. Pandaria, yeah, sure. Those three are actually the big expansions prior to Modern WoW. And that's not a huge surprise. Once I actually sit back and think about it. WoW is in a strangely good place right now. And I never got tired of it. I mean, let me walk that sentence back. There were times when I was sick of BC, and there was times when I was sick of Wrath, and there was times when I was sick of Kata. But I never actually got to the point where I was like, oh, I have to play WoW today. And I know a lot of you don't agree with me on that, and that's fine. I enjoyed this run a lot. The fact that I'm going to be playing WoW tomorrow, and I'm looking forward to it, probably says a lot about that. Like I said, I feel like I'm circling to this point over and over and over again. I feel like I'm good with older WoW, you know? I think this is one of the biggest reasons why WoW Classic... I've never processed this before, because I've never been interested in WoW Classic, but I always assumed it's because I'm not a fan of vanilla. But looking at this now, they're talking about Pandaria Classic, and they've got a Kata Classic, and my reaction is... like, it's not like, ugh, but I have no interest, and I can see why. I can see why now. Because I've tasted what modern WoW looks like, and plays like, and feels like, and it's just, it's like going back to Super Mario Bros. 1 after having played Super Mario Wonder. You know? Or maybe you don't know. But that's about the feel there. It's not like Mario 1's a bad game, and it's got plenty of appeal, and there's nostalgia and memories and all that fun stuff, but like... come on, it's Mario Wonder, you know? Yeah, I have drunk water as opposed to sand. Yeah, exactly, Brick. It's just such a completely different vibe. If any of my friends, because I've got a few friends into WoW over the course of this run, and if any of them want to go back and redo old stuff, I'll curate for them. I don't mind. I know this freaking game inside and out at this point. But otherwise, I'm going to go ahead, and I've actually got a lot of paperwork to do to get this all up on the website. I think I will not do the Mega Man stage today. I will do it, Euro. Don't worry. I think I even know when I'll do it. But for now, I honestly think what I'm going to do right now is grab a bite to eat. I'm about an hour and a half late on my lunch. I might lay down for a bit. Tomorrow, Armored Core. I am so dreading that. See ya.